Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is a video dedicated to a series that I more than likely will never finish. It's kind of a sad video, but sometimes I feel you just have to be honest with yourself and know when you're not going to finish something. And these books, for one reason or another, or these series, trilogies, duologies, whatever, for one reason or another, will probably never be finished by me. And I decided to talk about why. So, as always, please feel free to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel down below, and hit the notification bell to be aware of when I post. Thank you guys so much for watching. Without further ado, let's get into the video. The thing I'm going to talk about is Pretty Little Liars by Sarah Shepard. So I read Pretty Little Liars probably my last year of 8th grade, beginning of 9th grade. And I loved the series. I was excited when the TV show came out after I'd graduated, but I'm probably never going to finish the series, and here's why. I have read all the way up until after they found out like who the true A is, and I know she wrote books after that. I am talking about the book she wrote after we find out who the A is. And I'm mostly doing it because I feel the series is finished. It is finished for me. I am not interested in another A. It is the reason why I got so frustrated with the freaking TV show, because once I hit a point and I'm like, that is who the person is, that is what's going on, I'm done. Because I need a break. Like I can't give that much to it. So Pretty Little Liars is the first book series that I'm probably never going to finish, and for that reason. In my head, A is taken care of, we know what's going on, and the writing in this book, oh my god, it was explosive. It was so cool and scary. Like I was literally getting a little nervous reading the books for the characters, and it was just freaky enough that I was a little scared, but that I also wasn't too scared to keep reading. Like I loved these books and I inhaled them. I read them so fast. So it says nothing about Sarah Shepard as a writer. It just means I wish she'd write a little less of this world. I started The Lying Game, which was a different series that she wrote. Love that. Probably won't ever finish that either, but that's just because as you grow, you kind of grow out of series that you once read. I do feel that way. Sometimes they might always be able to sneak back in, but usually once you get out of a series, it's hard to get back into it. So I just don't think I'm ever going to finish the series, unfortunately, but that is the first one. The next series that I never think I'm going to finish is Polarizing. If you can't already tell, it's Polarizing. And it's not the Mortal Instruments series, I finished that, but it is the rest of Cassandra Clare's books in the Shadowhunter world. I'm already a little scared about this one. Okay. I know Cassandra Clare's Shadowhunter world is beloved on BookTube. I do. And I understand why. I really understand why. I've read 2 books out of Infernal Devices. I loved those. But as I grew up, as I got older, I grew out of the Shadowhunter world. I did. If Shadowhunter world is Neverland, I am Wendy going back to Earth. Maybe one day I will reread it and I will fall in love with it, because I even have a best friend who's my age and she loves these books. And she loves all of the Shadowhunter world, but it never ever got me. I loved Clary and Jace, and they were the reasons why I read Mortal Instruments. They're the reasons why I stayed invested in Mortal Instruments, and even then I got more and more frustrated as the books went on. So I know it's an unpopular opinion that everyone should read the Shadowhunter series, but I'm not going to be one of them, more than likely. Maybe I will. Maybe, but more than likely I won't be, because I have to be done or my head's going to explode. Like, I've got to be done. I like Tessa and Will together, and I like Clary and Jace. Those are my ships. Those are my OTPs in the Shadowhunters world, and I just need to be done for a while, for like a long while. Maybe one day when I'm like 45, I will pick up these books and I will become a Shadowhunter novice once again, and then I will like advance into the world and go back to Neverland and fall in love with them. But as of right now, I need to be done, and so I don't think I'm ever gonna revisit this world. Like, oh, I'm so scared to say this on the social media. But yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna read these again. The next book series that I don't think I'm ever gonna finish is Eragon. Now, I loved Eragon and Eldest. They are 2 fantasy novels that got me really into the fantasy genre. I loved Saphira, his dragon. It just, oh, she spoke to me, loved her. And like I said, I loved these books. But I heard that the last book is anticlimactic. It would be really hard for me to get back into these books because they're as thick as I feel the Bible. Actually, this is one of my copies of the Bible, and this is nowhere near the size of Eragon. Okay, anyway, tangent. But I just don't think I'm going to finish it. I don't see how I could. My head hurts just thinking about it. And it's like, why force yourself to go back into a world that you liked, but you didn't love? And to try to reread those 2 first books just to get to the rest of them, my head already hurts. So I don't think I'm ever going to finish Eragon. The next book is Wicked Lovely by Melissa Marr. I cannot explain how much I love Wicked Lovely. Oh my God, I love it so much. To the point where even though I'm never going to finish it, I still own the last book and I've read like the last 2 sentences because I'm that person and it's terrible quality of myself, but I do it. I love Ashlyn and Seth. Like they are, oh man, they are the 2 that really I've OTP'd them so hard. I always will. But I had to set down Wicked Lovely, the series, and here's why. For my heart. My heart hurt. The more that I read this series and the more will they won't they hurt me. I couldn't take it anymore. And so I just had to hit a point similar to the Mortal Instruments where I just had to say, they're happy, they're done, Sherry out. And so that is what I did with this book. And even though I love this series, and I do think people should read this series because it is everything YA should be. It's fascinating and it's kind of sexy, but not like too much, and the characters are inviting and interesting, and it deals with fairies, so it's got that classic like fantasy twist to it. Like it's everything YA should be. I just personally don't think I could ever like get back into it, but I loved it. I really did. I still do. So this is definitely not like a don't read this or I don't like this. This is purely just I don't think I'm going to ever get back into it and finish it. The next one is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. Now, this book was wrecked on BookTube as well, and so that is why I started reading it. I read Daughter of Smoke and Bone first, loved that book, thought I would give this one a try. I don't know if it's the name Alonzo. I mean, honestly, I'm sorry for all the Alonzos out there. I don't know that I could ever read your self-biography, but I couldn't even get into it. Like, I don't even think I've read that much into it to even let alone know that I'm not going to finish them. It's a huge book and I can't seem to get that interested in it, and I might try it as an audiobook, but as of right now, this is just a book that it's just a lot of nothing for me because I didn't get that into it. I didn't get that far into it, and I don't have time to read books that don't grab me immediately, which is frustrating, but the truth. So I don't think I'm ever going to finish this. The next book is Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi. I love the cover of this book. I just need to say that. Shatter Me is about a girl named Juliet who has a specific power that does not let anybody touch her. She's grown up at this point in a lot of solitude and is very wary of any kind of human interaction. I like the writing style in these books. I thought that they were interesting. I did. I really thought the writing on this was great. What I don't love about this book is that it's in a dystopian society and it's about a girl who's special for for a secret power that nobody else has. Which usually I'm a sucker for that trope, so I don't know why it just made me roll my eyes. This book to me feels like a mashup of A Court in Mist and Fury and The Darkest Minds. Like, she can't touch anybody. There's a love triangle that is polarizing to people. Bam. So it has 2 things that I should really love because I've read both those books and enjoyed both those books. But I just don't know if I love it enough to dedicate an entire series to it. There's many more books to go. For me, I think there's 2, and then they have like sub books, and then, oh my god, what if she keeps writing them? I just don't think I'll be able to do it. I would love to. I didn't hate the books. I do think people should read the first book, and I think they'll enjoy the whole trilogy if they can just kind of connect themselves to doing it. But I just won't think I'll finish this series. So, which brings us to A Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. I loved this first book, but I feel like, oh god, it is a sign, isn't it? I'm gonna hold it. So, as I keep saying, I love the first book, but I keep hearing that it is different in the rest of the series. So why would I keep reading it if I really loved everything that this book is, and if it all just changes in the next 2 books? Like, I'm not gonna dedicate myself to it. I love the romance. I loved I love soulmates. Like those, I love that trope. Like it's my favorite. I love it. It's great. I love the reincarnation one. Like this book had everything that I like. And so if they're going to take it all away in the next 2 books, then what am I here for? So that is why I will not finish this book. I think everyone should read Daughter of Smoke and Bone. This is a fantastic novel and I loved reading it, but I might just end it myself in my head as a different ending and just be happy and smiley and just myself. So that's why I might not be finishing this book. Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I know this book has a huge following. And I am not here to say that this is a bad book, that this is bad writing, that this is a bad series. That is not what I'm saying about this. What I am saying is that it takes a very long time to get to the main love interest, and it takes a very long time for the plot to develop to what it's supposed to be. That is why I may not be finishing this series, because I don't know that I have the time to dedicate to when this book when this series actually picks up to okay, this is the actual plot line, this is exactly what's going on. I loved A Court of Thorn and Roses. It wasn't very many books till you kind of saw what was happening. And if they keep writing more Court of Thorns and Roses books, I don't know that I'll keep reading them, because I'm really happy with where it all kind of ended up and I don't want the world to go all to hell. So that is why I'm saying I might not finish this series. Not because I hate the main character, not because I hate any of the main characters, but just because I'm not at the point where I can say that I will dedicate the time it takes to finishing this series, because it's a big series and the books are big and it takes a long time to get to where you're going. So I might not be finishing this series. So those are some of the series that I may not be finishing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it didn't hurt anybody's feelings if they love some of these series and they really want me to read them. If you really want me to read them and do some kind of review on them, comment down below. I will do it if I know that it is something that somebody wants to watch and they want information on it or they want my personal opinion on it. I have no problem dedicating the time to that. I am just saying that on my own personal reading, I don't think that I will be reading these. So again, please let me know. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.